Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in for this 30-minute beginner's vinyasa flow for twists. Now twists are pretty complex movements. What we really want from them is expansion rather than constriction. So in this flow, we'll focus on stabilizing certain parts of the body so that the action of the twist is coming from the right place, your thoracic spine, aka your ribs. When done right, twists are amazing and can even help aid in better breathing. So get yourself set up and enjoy the flow. So I want you to start kneeling at the back of your mat, if that's okay for your knees. With your bum on your heels, bring your hands straight to the floor, next to the knees. Spread your fingers out wide, really feel the ground beneath you. And I want you to take a big inhale, slightly arch the spine, lift the chest, broaden up the collarbones. Exhale, curve the spine, pull the navel in, press the chest back towards the space between the shoulder blades and look in towards your navel. And repeat. Inhale, arch the spine. And it's as if you're doing a cat-cow movement, which is really popular in yoga. Exhale, curve the spine, round it. Look in towards your belly, towards the thighs. One more time. Inhale, arch the spine. Lift the chest, push the ground away. Have this strength in the upper body. At exhale, curve. You're going to leave your left hand on the floor and you're going to circle the right arm out in front of you all the way up and around. So you end up taking a big open twist. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Take it straight into the other side. Right hand to the floor, left arm is going to reach out in front of you, circle, push through the right hand. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Taking it slightly differently, place the left hand down. You're going to take your right hand behind your head. Push the head into your hand and let the right elbow open up as you open twist to the right once again. And make this about the side of your body. Exhale, bring your right hand down, switch to the other side. Take your left hand behind your head, push the head into your hand and open up the left armpit. Find that twist and find that length down the side of your body. Exhale, left hand down. You're going to start to walk your hands forward and come into all fours position. And just give me one regular cat-cow. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, curve the spine. You're going to take the right hand again behind your head in this all fours position. Push the head into your hand and let the right armpit open up towards the sky. Elbow lifts and you find that thoracic rotation. So your rib cage rotates. Exhale, bring your right elbow down and I want you to actually thread the right arm through underneath the gap of the left arm. Keep your hips above the knees and let the whole of the back of the right arm come down, maybe even the right side of your head, just for one breath in. Exhale, push down through the left palm and slowly peel the right arm up towards the sky. All the way up. Right hand comes down, take everything to the other side. So first of all, just give me one regular cat-cow. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the chest, drop the belly. Exhale, curve the spine, push it away, tuck the tailbone under. You're going to take the left hand behind your head, push the head into the hand, and then open up the left armpit, the elbow, rotate. Exhale, drop the elbow down and thread the left arm through underneath the right. Whole of the back of the left arm down, left side of the head down, hips above the knees. Take a big breath in as you breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, slowly peel yourself back up. We call that threading the needle. Exhale, take the left hand down. And as you have a little bit of a wiggle here before you come into up into downward facing dog, enjoy moving the hips, tilting it from left to right. Wiggle the shoulders, see what range of motion you have in this position. So when we work into twist, we really are focusing mainly on the thoracic spine, your rib cage. That has the most amount of rotation here. And we want to protect the lumbar spine. So the lumbar spine's main function is really forward flexion and extension. Slowly tuck the toes and lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Push the ground away, find downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent and pedal out your heels from left to right. Wiggle the hips. Relax your head, feel the ground beneath your feet, feel the ground beneath your hands. And then you're going to inhale, lift your right leg up as high as you can take it. And once it's up there, you can either point, floint, which is a halfway between flex and point, or flex the foot. Just make sure that the right foot is active, whatever you decide to do with it. Once it's there, rise up onto your left tiptoe, and then exhale, try and squeeze the left heel a little bit closer towards the floor. Give me that one more time. Inhale, rise up onto your left tiptoe. Exhale, squeeze the left heel down. This time as you rise up onto your left tiptoe, you're going to bring your right knee in towards your chest. There's space here. Step the right foot through between the hands. You might need 2-3 steps to come forward, and that's normal. Lower the back knee to the floor. Keep your back toes tucked, as this is going to give you some good stability. Now we're going to come into a mudra, which you work with your hands quite a few times in this flow. This mudra is Hakini mudra. You're going to bring all of your fingertips and your thumb tips to touch one another and push them into each other, and it sort of makes you feel that the upper body sparks up all the muscles. And you're going to inhale, bring the arms up over the head. It's almost like you're holding a ball in between your hands, like the hands have become a cage for the ball. Bring the arms all the way up, push the fingertips into one another. As you inhale, squeeze the glutes, pull the lower ribs in. And then as you exhale, pushing the fingertips in towards one another in Hakini mudra, I want you to twist your upper body to the right. Look over to the right side of the room. Slowly let your upper body lean forward slightly and bring your left hand straight to the floor. Leave the right arm up where it is. Inhale. As you exhale, circle the right arm back and down. You're going to repeat that same circular arm twist, but you're going to lift the back knee off the floor. Easy twist. Inhale, circle the right arm all the way up and around. Exhale, bring your right hand down. You're going to turn in to face the left side of the room. As you turn in to face the left side of the room, it's just called Skandasana, where you stay bent over the same leg, your right leg, and flex the back foot. Now you've got 2 choices. You can keep your fingertips on the floor, or if you feel like you've got this stability, use the inner thighs. Bring your fingertips to touch in Hakini mudra once again. Push the fingertips into one another. Fire up the upper body, and you're very slowly, whether your hands are on the floor or in Hakini, move towards the back of the mat. Once you're at the back of the mat, place your hands down, and everyone lift your left leg up into 3-legged dog. Back where we began, but we're facing the back of the room. Now just trust yourself here. Left leg is high, flex, point, or floint, whatever feels better for you. And start to rise up onto your right tiptoes. And exhale, squeeze the right heel bone a bit closer towards the floor. And again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower the right heel down. One more time. Inhale, rise up, bring your left knee forward and start to step the left foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee to the floor. Inhale, start to bring your fingertips to touch and bring the arms up over the head. You're still facing the back of the room. Press the fingertips into one another, squeeze your bum at the top there. And then as you exhale, start to twist to the left, look towards the left side of the room. And you're leaning your torso forward slightly, almost like it's falling over. Right hand comes down, left arm stays up, twist, breathe in. Exhale, circle the left arm down. You're going to repeat that same circular twist with your arm, but lift the back knee off the floor. Inhale, circle it all the way up. Exhale, circle it all the way down. You're going to turn in to face the right side of the room. Again, we take it into Skandasana. You bend over the left knee, flex the right foot. Hands can stay on the floor or fingertips touch. Stay low. Use your thighs to take you all the way to the front of the mat once again. Once you're there, step your right foot back. High plank for me. Squeeze your legs together. Get your chest over the hands and the wrists. Lower your knees to the floor. Breathe in here. As you exhale, hug the elbows in. We go Chaturanga. Lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes. Squeeze your bum. Inhale, lift up. Cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press it into child's pose for a moment. Set your bum to your heels and reach the hands out in front of you. One breath in here. Exhale, start to slide yourself forward. Once again, all fours. Tuck the toes and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. And again, if you need to move this downward facing dog, wiggle out your hips and the heels, keep the knees bent, do what you have to do. Relax the head through the arms and give it a little shake. Inhale, lift your right leg up once again, point, floint, or flex, whatever feels better. And straight away, you're going to step the right foot through between the hands. It's okay if you need to take a few steps. Now we're coming up into high lunge. Press down both of your big toes. Scoop the arms up over the head. And once the hands come up over in front of you, bring your fingertips to touch. Hakini Mudra to get all the way to the top here. Squeeze your bum. And then exhale, bend the front knee just that little bit more. Now with the hands in Hakini Mudra, keeping the fingertips connected, I want you to start to hinge the torso forward. Lean the torso forward a couple of inches to the point that you might be feeling that the backs of the arms and the spine really start to shake. The muscles will engage here. Now look towards your front big toe and bend your front knee even more. Can you give me 2 breaths here? Inhale. Exhale. Push the fingertips into one another one more time. Breathe in, kick out through the back heel. Slowly exhale, release your arms, keep everything else the same, but I want you to interlace your fingers behind you. As you slide your fist down the back of your left thigh or maybe your left butt cheek towards that same direction, I want you to lift your chest forward. You're then going to plant your back heel. Watch the back heel. You're going to plant the back heel down so the outer edge of the left foot, the back foot, is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Keep the hands interlaced. And then start to let your right shoulder drop to the inside of your right thigh. Humble warrior. Arms come up over the head. Relax the neck. And allow yourself to look in between the legs. You can either have the wrists apart or try and squeeze the heels of the hands together in humble warrior. It's completely up to you or how your shoulders feel. One more breath in. You're going to keep your feet as they are, and slowly, as if you're being pulled up by your fist first, lift your chest, your belly, your head, and open the arms out. And you're going to be in warrior 2. Straight away. Now, once you find yourself in warrior 2, if you need to adjust your feet or anything, of course, you can totally take this time to adjust. There is a slight tuck of the tailbone. There's a lowering down of the right knee just a little bit more if you can to fire up this right thigh. Open out the arms. Keep the legs really stable and solid and turn the right palm up towards the sky. Inhale, reverse back. Reach towards the back of the room. Reverse warrior. As you exhale, I want you to straighten your front leg and open the arms out wide. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Now, triangle pose is actually a twist. Your arms are out wide. I want you to first of all squeeze your thigh muscles towards your bones, so really engage the legs. And your hips are going to push towards the back of the room as you reach your right hand over the front leg. Now make sure that this isn't a forward fold. You want your shoulders and your hips to stay really open. Now, once you feel that you can't reach any further and the sides of the waist are as long as they can be, take the right hand onto your right shin, or if you have props, take the right hand on top of a brick, maybe to the inside of the right foot. Then the left arm can stack straight up above the right arm. And I want you to think about your ribs actually pulling out slightly. So you're trying to bring the right rib cage, the underneath rib cage, forward. Gaze up towards the sky, still engage the legs and the glutes, reach the left hand all the way up. And I love to see the passion and the power in the left hand. One more breath in. As you exhale, look down at your right foot. I want you to rebend your right knee. You can get rid of the brick. And then repeat that reverse warrior that you did before. Your right knee is bent. You reach the right arm all the way up and back. And I'm going to windmill you down. So you windmill the arms, sort of circle the arms, almost swimming the arms down. Frame the front leg and step the right foot back into high plank. Squeeze the legs together. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your knees. Hug the elbows in towards your ribs, lower down. Inhale, lift up into cobra. Squeeze your bum, point the toes. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, straight away, lift your left leg up to the sky. 3-legged dog, left leg high, active in the foot. Exhale, bring your left knee forward and step the left foot through between your hands. Lift up into high lunge. Press down through the big toes. And you know, this journey, this transition can feel really wobbly. Bring your fingertips together and bring the arms up over the head. Hakini mudra. Push the fingertips into one another. This gives you a bit of space in the shoulders, the chest, the space between the shoulder blades at the back, and in the ribs. Take a big inhale. Exhale, start to hinge, lean forward over your front leg and look towards your front big toes. If you can, really get the arms up in line with your ears. Drop your chin and reach the hands over the head. Hold this here for a couple more breaths. Inhale to the back of the body. Exhale, kick out through the back heel. It can be a lot of work on this front thigh. One more time, breathe in. As you exhale, release your hands, interlace them behind you. Squeeze the shoulders back, lift your chest, and you're going to plant the back heel down. So the feet mimic warrior two. The outer edge of the right foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. And then you can start to let the left shoulder drop to the inside of your left thigh. Shoulder or your knee. Reach the arms up over the head. Relax the neck. Give it a little wiggle and a shake. Look in between the thighs. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders back. Exhale, release a little bit more. One more time, breathe in. Exhale. This inhale, you're going to slowly lift yourself up and we find warrior two. Eventually you can release the arms, open the arms out wide, wiggle the feet, the hips, tuck the tailbone slightly, open up the front of the body. And then sink down a little bit lower in your front thigh, flip the left palm up and you're going to inhale, reverse back, reach. Exhale, straighten the front leg, open the arms out wide. If you need to adjust your feet again, that's totally fine. Now, my main focus for you is to squeeze the muscles of your legs. You're going to push your hips to the right side of the room and you reach your hand over to the left side of the room. Find length in both sides of the waist. Eventually, take your left hand either down onto your left shin or use a prop, a brick, whatever you've got, maybe a Tupperware box. Reach the right hand up towards the sky, stack the shoulders. And remember, it's this left rib cage, this underneath rib cage that's starting to creep forward slightly more. Still turn the thigh muscles on. They will switch off if you don't keep an eye on them. Take one more breath in, they're lazy. Exhale, look down at the left foot, rebend your left knee and come back into reverse warrior. You bend the front knee, you flip the left palm up and you inhale, reverse back. You're going to windmill or swim the arms forward, frame your front foot with both of your hands, and step the left foot back into high plank. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, lower your knees, hug the elbows in, control this. Inhale, lift up into cobra, point the toes, squeeze your bum. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. From here, I want you to start to walk your feet towards your hands and the hands back towards the feet. Once you get your hands and feet together, really bend the knees if you struggle to touch the floor. Be really, really liberal with the bend so that your ribs and your belly can come closer to your thighs and relax the head. Inhale into the back of the body. This is more of a rag doll. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, you're going to lift your hands up onto your shin bones, slide them up to the shins. Pull the crown of your head forward, almost like you're trying to create a tabletop with your spine. Leave the knees slightly bent. And then slowly bring the arms up over the head and continue to rise up. Squeeze your bum. Tadasana. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Feel the ground beneath your feet, wiggle the toes. Check in with yourself, see how you feel just standing upright. Tadasana means mountain pose. We want to be super strong as we stand at the top of the mat. So we're going to take it into the final little flow here. And we're going to come into chair pose known as Utkatasana. So Utkatasana, your feet are very, very close together, if not touching. It's up to you how you feel there. Bend your knees, scoop the arms up as if you're throwing water up over the head. Sit your bum back as if you're in a chair and the arms are up in line with your ears. And it's that same feeling that we had with Hakini Mudra. You are welcome to bring the fingertips together here if you want. Take one more breath in here and I want you to check out your knees. You're trying to keep the knees level. We're going to take a twist. You're going to cross your left elbow to your right thigh. Now, as you take this twist, you're going to need to lean forward a little bit more. Still try and push the bum back and the weight slightly more into the heels. Look at your knees. A very, very common tendency is to pop the left knee forward. Try and keep the knees level. Now, I've got my fingertips touching in Hakini. You're welcome to flatten the palms together. Then I want you to try and lift your ribs away from your thighs as you push your hands or your fingertips into one another, and continue this twist by looking up towards the sky. So you get the rotation in the ribs. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, untwist. You're sat right deep into this chair, and you have two choices here. Everybody's going to shift the weight slightly onto their right leg. Option one, you slide your left foot towards the back of the mat. Keep your right knee bent. Option two, left foot hovers off the floor. Active in the toes. Keep the right knee bent. Take one more breath in where you are. And then everybody, whichever one you've taken, left toes down to the floor. Release Hakini Mudra. Inhale, straighten up your front leg and bring the arms up over the head. Breathe in. Exhale, take the hands onto the hips. And what's really nice at this point with your hands on the hips and your legs in a position I call pyramid, and the back heel is off the floor. It's not just me that calls it, by the way. It's pretty much everyone. I didn't make it up. So your hips are square, just a disclaimer. You're going to start to hinge the hips forward. So your hips are square, you've got your hands on them, you can feel them, and you start to tip the torso forward. Push down through your back big toe, and you get down to about halfway. This is so good for your spine, by the way. And we're going to take a twisted triangle. Now, if you have props and bricks, I do recommend bringing them to either side of your front foot. You can take this without bricks, of course you can, but it will really help you. Don't be afraid of props. You're going to take your left hand down onto the floor or onto this brick. Hand directly underneath the shoulder and pull the crown of your head slightly forward. Now we're starting to twist towards the right. As you twist the torso, the ribs towards the right, extend your right hand up towards the sky. Stack the shoulders, stack your hands. Big inhale. Try and keep those hips nice and level. Exhale, take the right hand to the floor or onto your other brick if you have a second. And take a moment here and forward fold. If you need to soften the knees slightly, then please do. Inhale out through the crown of the head. Exhale, allow the belly maybe to come a little bit closer towards the thighs. One more time. Breathe in. Enjoy this deep forward fold. Exhale. Now watch here. We're going to be a little bit sneaky here. In this pyramid forward fold, I would like you to bend your back knee. And as you bend the back knee, you are going to be able to spring your back knee forward as you shift the weight slightly further into the front. Now from there, with this back leg hovering off the floor, I call this the baby flamingo. Not sure if anyone else calls it that. Maybe it's just me. And if you've got props, you're going to slowly get rid of them. And you're going to try and gently, through the wobbles and through the shakes, bring yourself up to standing on your right leg only. I know how that supporting leg might be feeling right now. You're bringing your left knee up with you, and I want you to grab your left shin with your right hand and take your left hand onto the base of your spine and flex your left foot. Now you can stay here. This is enough. Get your head above the shoulders and the shoulders above the hips, or reach the left hand towards the back of the room, and maybe the gaze can go towards the left thumb. Never underestimate how much flipping the gaze can flip you out. Take one more breath in. Exhale, take it forward. Let go of your left shin and try and hover it there for a moment. And then step the left foot down next to your right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Wiggle out your feet and your legs. Exhale, give me a forward fold, little bend in the knees, hinge the torso forward. And we'll take it through a little vinyasa before we take it to the other side. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins, pull the crown of the head forward. And when we take these twists, it's all about creating space. Exhale, bend your knees, take the hands down, step your feet back behind you, high plank, squeeze the legs together. Exhale, lower the knees, hug the elbows in, belly towards the ground. Inhale into cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Give me a few breaths here. Inhale through the nose and exhale. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. Breathe in. As you exhale, look forward, start to walk your feet to your hands and your hands towards your feet. Remember, you can really bend your knees here. Let your belly drop onto your thighs a little bit more. And then inhale from there. I want you to straight away come into Utkatasana. You bend your knees, you scoop the arms up, arms in line with your ears. Sit the weight back into your heels. You can bring your fingertips to touch into Hakini Mudra if you found that that's been quite helpful for you. Try and pull those lower ribs back and cross your right elbow to your left thigh. And as you take this twist, remember, you're keeping a little check out of those knees. So you don't want the right knee to pop forward. You keep the knees level. And as you press down through this right elbow, push into the fingertips or the palms if they're together, and try and lift your ribs away from your thighs. Gaze up towards the hand, up to the elbow or to the sky. 1 more breath in here. Exhale, look down at the floor, untwist slowly. You're going to shift the weight into your left leg. Option 1, slide, glide the right foot back behind you. Keep the toes connected to the floor. Option 2, hover the right foot off the floor. Be really active with the toes. No matter what you've taken, I want this supporting leg to stay bent and really, really active. 1 more breath in where you are. Everyone, lower the right toes down. Inhale. Release your Hakini Mudra and bring the arms up over the head. Straighten up the front leg. Breathe in. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Square up the hips. If that means that you need to adjust your back leg a little bit, then that's totally fine. The back heel is off the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge forward. If you need to bend the knees, again, totally fine. Hinge from the hips. And your gaze, your drishti, is forward. Now you get to that halfway point. You can bring your bricks with you, either side of your front leg, and take your right hand down onto a brick, or maybe right hand can come to the floor. Once you're there, rotate. Chest is going to look towards the left side of the room. You try and square up your hips, keep them level, and then reach the left arm up towards the sky. Stack open the shoulders and the hands, power in the left palm. Twisted triangle. You're still up on your back tiptoe there. Exhale, take the left hand down onto brick or onto the floor. And you're going to take a couple of breaths here in this quite intense forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, you can bend the elbows as the belly comes a little bit closer towards the thighs. 1 more time. Inhale out through the crown of the head. Exhale, find a softness. Now you're going to bend your back knee, and this move will give you the momentum to hover your right knee up towards your left knee. So bringing that back leg forward, hover it off the floor. You can ditch the bricks and the props, whatever you've got, and slowly start to rise up. Power in this left leg. Now remember, when you're bringing yourself up, you're going to grab your right shin with your left hand. And you're going to take the right hand either onto the back base of your spine, flex the right foot, or reach the right hand towards the back of the room and gaze towards the right thumb. And it's really important to try and honor your spine. Keep the shoulders above the hips. 1 more breath in. Exhale, untwist. You're going to let go of your shin. Try and hover it, hold it, control it. And then lower the right foot to the floor. Wiggle out the legs. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Little bend in the knees. Bring the hands towards the floor or onto your shins. Everyone slide your hands to your shin bones. Inhale, pull the crown of the head forward. Exhale, take the hands to the floor. Step your feet back, high plank. Squeeze the legs together. Lower the knees, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale straight back into child's pose. Sit your bum towards your heels. And take a big breath in through the nose. And a big sigh out through the mouth. You're going to start to slide your hands back towards the knees and the shins. Sit up nice and tall here, and you're going to lean over to one side, doesn't matter which one, to swing the legs out in front of you, just to finish this flow with a seated posture. So with this flow, I want your left leg to be out in front of you, and you're going to lift your right leg up with you. Now, you're either going to interlace your fingers around the sole of your foot and start to kick the heel forward, or, which I find really fun, is to cross your wrists. So your right hand is going to grab the inner edge of the right foot, and the left hand is going to grab the outer edge of the right foot. So you've crossed at the wrists, and then you kick your heel forward, try and pull up through the crown of the head. It doesn't matter if the knee isn't 100% straight, maybe it is for you, and you really are trying to sort of resist this movement slightly. You're pulling that leg back as the heel is kicking away from you. Lift up through the crown of the head. Now you might want to stay where you are. If you can, still keep an activeness in the left foot, or your left hand is going to keep hold of the foot, and your right hand might be able to reach towards the back of the room, and we find this twist. You're pulling in your belly, but without sucking in, so you still want to be able to breathe. There's this feeling of you lengthening and growing. Take one more breath in where you are here. And then as you exhale, look forward to your right foot, and you're going to bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, taking it into Janu Shirshasana. Hands are going to frame your front leg, flex the left foot, and this is a slight twist as you're letting your chest bone look directly at your big toe. So you have to twist very slightly. Start to walk your hands towards your front leg. You can hold onto your shin or hold onto the feet. If you want to do the funky wrist cross, you're welcome to take the wrist cross here. Pull out through the crown of the head so it's nice and long in the spine. And if you have got hold of the foot, or maybe even if you've just got hold of the shins, as you exhale, bend your elbows and let the belly drop a little bit closer to the thigh. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly uncross and walk your hands back up the leg. From there, you're going to bring your legs up together, bend your knees. Hold this here for one breath, Navasana. Feet together, knees together, ankles together, thighs together. Breathe in. Exhale, let your right leg go down and bend your left knee into your chest. And this is when we take everything to the other side. You can cross the wrists, and your left hand will grab the inner edge of the left foot, and the right hand will grab the outer edge of the left foot. Kick your heel forward. It doesn't matter if the knee isn't straight. Pull up through the crown of the head, and you can stay where you are as you're pulling against this action of kicking forward. Or you take it into twist. Left arm is going to reach behind you. One more breath in. Exhale, turn forward and bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Frame the front leg or the long leg and get your sternum, your chest bone, to look directly to your right big toe. Feel the sit bones against the ground and start to then walk your hands forward. They don't have to reach the floor, or they don't have to reach the toes even. And you can always cross the wrists around the ankle, the shin, or around the foot itself. And again, you're resisting this movement. You're pulling the crown of the head up, finding length in the spine and a support through the sit bones. Breathe in. Exhale, maybe bend the elbows and allow yourself to get a little bit deeper. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly release. Walk your hands back up your right leg. Bring your knees together into Navasana, and you're just going to hold it here for one extra breath. Breathe in here. Breathe out here, palms up towards the sky. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, slowly cross your ankles. And you're going to come into a child's pose just to finish this. Bum towards your heels, knees can be wide, and you can rest your hands onto your foot, onto your head, onto your hands, or you can reach the hands out in front of you. Up to you. And give yourself a few moments here. It's almost like a mini shavasana where there's nothing you have to hold on to. There's nothing you need to do. Just breathe. Turn the palms down to the floor and slowly start to ripple back. Slide your hands towards your knees and your shins. And you can start bringing the hands back onto your thighs or place the hands down on the floor, up to you. And you're going to finish this practice seated upright, head above the shoulders, shoulders above the hips. And take a final breath in and a final breath out. Thank you very much for joining me today for this beginner's twisted flow. I hope you felt something in that flow. It gives you a bit more awareness to where the twist is really coming from and how much awareness we need to the lower back to protect it, strengthen the legs and strengthen the upper body. It's pretty much everywhere. And these twists aren't there to constrict you, they're there to help you grow and expand. So keep practicing. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.